Welcome. Well, hey, we appreciate everybody coming out today for the Quinta Mazatlán Topping Out Milestone event. Thank you all for being here. I am David Agelani. I'm the Spa Glass South Texas Regional President, and really excited to be here today to celebrate this milestone with all of you. You know, it's an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this important milestone in the development of an extraordinary project. We are deeply grateful to the City of McAllen for being such a trusted partner and allowing Spa Glass to bring some of the city's most iconic structures to life, including the Convention Center, the Performing Arts Center, and now the Quinta Mazatlán Center for Urban Ecology. This project is more than just a building. It represents a significant step forward for McAllen, helping to create an even bigger platform for the city's bright future. It also supports the educational initiatives of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, a vital institution for our community. Every time I visit the job site, I'm in awe of what's unfolding here. There is truly no other project like it in the world. The vision of our design team, led by Megamorphosis and Overland, has been nothing short of spectacular, and their work is shaping something remarkable. I'd also like to take a moment to extend a special thanks to all of our trade partners and craft professionals who have worked tirelessly to turn this vision into reality. We've teamed up with some of the best in the industry and appreciate the countless hours of planning, dedication, and hard work that have brought us to this pivotal moment. Throughout it all, we've remained committed to safety and quality, and I thank you. Finally, I'd like to recognize the local government officials who are with us today. Your support has been invaluable. Thank you all for being here today and celebrate this milestone with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. David, and thank you all for joining us this beautiful morning here in the city of McAllen. My name is Xochitl Mora. I'm the Director of Communications for the city of McAllen. I'd like to recognize all of our dignitaries here with us today who are helping to make today such a special day in this project, an amazing project for our community. I'd like to start by recognizing the Honorable Javier Villalobos, Mayor for the City of McAllen. The Honorable Tony Aguirre, Commissioner, District 1. The Honorable Pepe Cabeza de Vaca, Commissioner, District 6. Our City Manager, Mr. Isaac Tawil. Assistant City Manager, Mr. Jeff Johnston. Assistant City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera. And Assistant City Manager and Superintendent of Bridges, Mr. Juan Olaguibel. I'd also like to just recognize all of the City of McAllen departments who are integral to the success of this project and all of our projects who are here today. And of course, everyone who's involved with this amazing initiative, starting with, of course, the Friends of Quinta Mazatlán, and to all of our partners and sponsors of this project. We could not complete this without your support for the City of McAllen and for the Center for Urban Ecology. So thank you all for believing in this project, your investment, and for supporting our community. I'd also like to recognize all of the companies who are involved in developing this idea from a dream to reality to this beautiful structure that we see here before us, including everyone from Spa Glass, Megamorphosis, Overland, Palmer Steel, and everyone else. Thank you all so much. And on behalf of the City of McAllen, to all of the workers who are involved in building this structure, thank you for the work that you are doing every day to build this for our children, from elementary to college to the entire community. You are why we are celebrating today, so thank you for your hard work and all that you do. So continue the amazing work that you're doing. Stay safe as you build this beautiful structure and enjoy your lunch. to talk about the impact of this project and why we are so excited about this project, why we believe in this project, why we have invested so much from the City of McAllen. Please help me welcome our Mayor, the Honorable Javier Villalobos.
I know you all were expecting me to jump through there, which I usually do. You know, ladies and gents, it's exciting. You know, as you get older, it seems like time flies faster. Remember last year, when was it? Last year that we broke ground. It seems like it was just yesterday. And now, it's just amazing. It is beautiful. So I'm so glad to also welcome you and thank each and every one of you. Construction companies, anybody that has put their little grain of sand in this project. It is an amazing project, a project that will get UT researchers working with our students, that will get families coming together to spend quality nature time, bird watchers, whatever it is. And what a lot of times people forget about, and why we also do things, is because what it does, how it attracts tourism, economic development. That is key for our city. We are an amazing city because of our planning, what we've done in the past, and what we continue to do for the future. I'm so excited to be here at this topping ceremony. I thought we'd never get here, but we are. And I think it's gonna take us probably how much longer? End of the year. So excited. We wanna thank each and every one of you. Of course, UTRGV, all our partners, county commissioners, and most of all, I always say, friends of Quinta Mazatlán. Without your hard-working efforts, always pushing and pushing, this would not have been done. Muchísimas gracias, y'all. God bless you. We'll see you at the end of the year.
Thank you for your leadership, Mayor, and for your agility right there. This project is going to have an impact in our community in so many ways. And for the City of McAllen, investing in this in terms of our environmental tourism, the educational aspect, and of course our economy, and to talk about all of those details in depth and why this Center for Urban Ecology is going to be just a shining example of the City of McAllen and how we invest in our community. Please help me welcome our City Manager, Mr. Isaac Twill.
I'm glad the people that designed this didn't design this. Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? All right. Well, it's certainly an honor to be here as we mark a major milestone in the construction of the Center for Urban Ecology, a facility that will serve as a catalyst for education, conservation, and sustainability in our region. And it's going to be a remarkably beautiful place just to hang out. A topping off ceremony, like has been mentioned, is a symbolic milestone in any construction project, and this one more than most. It represents not just the completion of the building structural framework, but also the collective vision, effort, and dedication that has brought us to this point. This facility is a testament to what can be achieved when city leaders, educational institutions, community partners, and private supporters come together with a shared commitment for innovation and sustainability. Friends of Quinta Mazatlán, Dr. Gerling, Danny, would you guys stand up for a second? You all need, anybody who's been involved with Friends of Quinta. Sally, please. This project started with a vision from our community, and I am so proud to stand before you and say that as a community, we're going to bring it to fruition. This project represents a vision for the future, one where urban development and nature coexist. At its core, the Center for Urban Ecology embodies McAllen's long-standing commitment to balancing urban growth with environmental responsibility. Designed as a model of a green building and sustainable practices, the facility will offer hands-on learning opportunities, cutting-edge research, and interactive exhibits that will inspire future generations to the stewards of our natural world. Through our partnership with UTRGV, are there representatives from UTRGV here today? I know that Dr. Bailey could not be here. Let me take a moment and say that the center will not only expand educational opportunities for university students, but create a space where researchers, educators, and community members can collaborate on real-world solutions to today's environmental challenges. The partnership the city has with UTRGV, especially in connection with this project, is unique. This building will house university researchers. This building will house culinary arts programs. This building will be access for the students of the valley to education opportunities and careers that maybe they never thought of. And what a special place for it to happen. We are so fortunate to have a leader like Dr. Bailey at the university who saw the value and vision of this project and stepped up the way the university did. So I know that they're not here, but if we could just take a moment to recognize the efforts of our university. Beyond its educational impact, this project also represents a significant economic investment in our community. The Center for Urban Ecology is expected to generate over $448 million in economic impact, support more than 1,000 jobs, generate $132 million in labor income, and $207 million in GDP, and will contribute more than $18 million in state and local taxes, propelling McAllen as a leader in ecotourism and environmental innovation. None of this would have been possible without the visionary leadership from our City Commission. Mayor, Commissioner Pepe, Commissioner Tony, and all of our city commissioners, thank you for having the vision to propel McAllen forward and embracing the culture that we will carry forward with us. Also, to the dedication of our project partners, the generosity of many sponsors who have invested in this project. I also want to ask Michelle Rivera to stand up for a minute. Managing a project like this from city government is not an easy task to do. Michelle is our Assistant City Manager over Developmental Services and works closely with Eduardo Mendoza, our City Engineer, who's here. They deserve a tremendous amount of credit for helping move this project forward. As we look forward to completion of this world-class facility, I am confident that the Center for Urban Ecology will become a regional and national model for sustainability and conservation. Together, we are building more than just a structure. We are creating a legacy for education, innovation, and environmental stewardship that will benefit McAllen and the Rio Grande Valley for generations to come. To all of you, thank you again for everything. I look forward to the ribbon cutting.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Raul Lopez, and I have been honored to be your project manager for this amazing project. So just a brief summary of why we're here and why we are doing this celebration. So this is just a construction tradition to do a topping out celebration. Typically, you have a tree, which we have one over there at the back that we're going to lift here soon. That dates back to around 700 AD, and it's a tradition brought back from the European immigrants here to the US. We do have the last secondary member of the three structures. This one's going to go on the east superstructure, and if you have not signed it, you'll have an opportunity to do it after we eat lunch. A lot of people have been part of this project, so I would like to thank the ones that have been on a day-by-day basis and helping us to get to this point. I would like to thank City of McAllen, of course, to giving Small Glass this opportunity. I would also like to thank the engineering department, Eduardo, Juan, and Mario for representing the owner, Megamorphosis. On the design team, Megamorphosis, Chris and Dylan, constant communications, trying to solve problems. So thank you to you two. Thank you to all of our subcontractors. It's always great to see local subcontractors building what we're gonna see and go to at the end. So about 70% of the work happening here is by local subcontractors. So it's great to see the local community building these amazing projects for us. I also like to thank my team and our senior leadership. Without the support of everybody here local with Spallglass, we're here doing our best to provide everybody the absolute best construction experience. One final thank you, of course, to the craft workers. In the summer, man, we were starting work at 6. There's days we could go to 7 p.m. as long as there's daylight. Summers, real hot. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the hours you put in, for working safely. And to continue working safely until we get to the finish line. You guys know where our office is. It's right there. If you guys need anything, we're here for you. I'm going to hand it over to our senior superintendent, Mino Morales, who would like to say a few words also.
Buenas tardes a todos. Soy el Project Superintendent de este proyecto y voy a compartir algunas palabras que Raúl nos ha mencionado en español. Este edificio, como todos sabemos, es un edificio único. Esta estructura no la vemos todos los días y ha sido verdaderamente un reto poner en pie esta estructura. Quiero agradecer a Palmer Steel, Rubén McAllen por todo el esfuerzo que ha puesto en este edificio y también un agradecimiento a todos estos trabajadores, como mencionó Raúl, que han estado día a día en horas de madrugada con los calorones que hace aquí todo el tiempo al pie del cañón en este trabajo. Y también quiero explicarles el símbolo que representa acabar un edificio y esta fiesta que tenemos, esta celebración del Topping Up Party, que es llegar a lo último usualmente en un edificio, que es instalar una viga. En este caso estamos instalando una viga de la estructura, que es el elemento principal de este edificio, que es icónico y que es majestuoso e impresionante. Un agradecimiento a todos estos trabajadores que tenemos aquí. Gracias.
So before we, get our boots on the ground, get the project started, somebody had to draw up these drawings. So Chris with Megamorphosis and Rick Archer with Overland would like to say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Heart, minds, and hands. Can y'all do that with me? Heart, minds, and hands. I want you to remember this. 6.5 years ago, I walked with Rick and we had a meeting with the leadership of Quinta Mazatlán and with the city of McAllen, and we listened, and we drew models, and we drew sketches, and we analyzed, and we looked at hundreds of pictures, and we took all this information, and we analyzed, and we analyzed, and we distilled, and what emerged was a theme, and this theme was hearts on, minds on, and hands on. 6.5 years later today, we're here celebrating a monumental milestone, the topping off ceremony. That steel beam that you see there is the last major piece of steel that will be installed in this superstructure, like Raul mentioned. This superstructure is a structure of heart. It evokes passion. It's a symbol of commitment of the city of McAllen and of Quinta Mazatlán to further ecology, to further awareness of the vital ecosystems that are part of the Rio Grande Valley. This superstructure is a symbol of minds. There's a lot of brain power that went into the design and the engineering of this structure. And ultimately, this would not be able to have been built without hands. And it's the hands of these gentlemen here. It's the hands of the laborers, the guys that manage the pieces of steel, that cut it. They hammered it, they lifted things in place, and what you see here is the result of all of that handiwork. And so, yes, this is a project of heart, minds, and hands. And I give a hand again to our workers. And with that, I'll hand it over to Rick Archer. He is one of the minds that was the driving force behind all of this beautiful project that you see.
Thank you, Chris. It has been a joy to get to collaborate with Megamorphosis, with Chris and his team on an amazing, complicated, and surprisingly difficult project. I'm with Overland Partners. We're the design architects for the project, and we began our love affair with the Rio Grande Valley and McAllen over 2 decades ago when we did the master plan for the World Birding Center. Little did we imagine that we'd fast forward and we'd be seeing this reality, physical, tangible expression of what we dreamed of. Since then, we've done 2 projects with UTRGV. I'm sorry that Guy Bailey couldn't be here. Enjoyed collaborating with him. And what we've learned is that this is an extraordinary place, that the valley, that McAllen, is so incredibly rich with culture, with natural beauty, with the ecosystem, but especially with the people. You have incredible roots in this community. And I think as designers, what we sort of thought was, well, why don't we give you some wings? Because one of my mentors said, all we give our children is roots and wings. And I think that's what you're doing for your children here in McAllen, is you're giving them roots, they're rooted deeply in this place, and wings to believe that they can fly well beyond the place where they currently live. But I also think what this is going to do is it's going to let the rest of the world see what the bird population has always known, that you all are welcoming, hospitable, beautiful, and it's a place to thrive generation after generation. The World Birding Center really is a symbol of who you all are as the people of McAllen. And so we want to thank you, City of McAllen, Mayor, Colleen. You're a force. This would never have happened without you, and I want to give you a UTRGV, and I also want to thank all of you who are building this. As Chris said, we dream it, but you all have to make it, and that's a lot harder to do. And so thank you for all your efforts. Thank you for making not just our dreams, but McAllen's dreams a reality. And we can't wait to come back, as the city manager said, for the ribbon cutting.
As Rick mentioned, Colleen, you've been a huge part of this project. So Colleen would like to say a few words. So Colleen is the Executive Director of Quinta Mazatlán.
Thank you. Thank you, Raul. Let's see. Kick this off. I have the pleasure daily of seeing the progress taking place I get to know some of the dedicated workforce that is here at 6 in the morning, working till sunset at night to assure the success of the queue. I also would like to express my appreciation for all of those who have donated their time and their talent and treasures. We have a board of directors who's been working on this vision for over 10 years. So they are most excited about this halfway point in the construction. And joining us today again are John Gerling, Danny Vela, Jamie Lynn Brown Rosas, Sally Frostogetta, Jennifer King, and a few more are on their way. It's true dedication. Thank you so very much. Speaking of true supporters, we mentioned, highlighted that the Center for Urban Ecology is in partnership with the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. It's a true example of a university and a municipality partnership where we are both sharing our strengths in advancing education, our strengths in growing ecotourism, and our strengths in greening the environment for the health of all. So we have 3 pillars: education, ecotourism, and the environment. As you all know, we have over 433,000 school-age children we are responsible for. They will all now have access to the best Center for Urban Ecology in the country, right here in McAllen, Texas. Now, it is a beautiful sunny day today, but we have had rains, and so instead of touring you through the construction site and upholding our high safety standards, I'm going to give you a quick highlight reel of some of the attractions of this 14-acre expansion, which is basically doubling our footprint at Quinta Mazatlán. And again, we have to start with the wings of steel. You know, as Paris has the Eiffel Tower, we now have the wings over the valley. It both symbolizes beauty and business. You know, we attract people from all around the world to see our birds. And you ask why? Well, the United States has documented over 1,000 birds. And in our little tiny forest in South Texas, we've documented over 50% of those birds. So birding is big business in the Rio Grande Valley. As you heard, the wings were formed in Houston, but constructed and installed just down the street at Palmer Steel. And I would like to give a special thank you to Jim Thompson, if that entire table for Palmer Steel can stand. Jim and team, thank you for saying yes to the wings. Just the enormous size of these wings made it an incredibly challenging project. Awarding the projects to the local companies is just one example of economic impact. As I mentioned, the project is contributing over $448 million. It's worthy of saying again, $448 million to the economic impact of the region. So let's begin our tour. Our tour begins in the parking lot, which will be transformed. This is in partnership with McAllen Transit Park and Ride, Mario Delgado and team. Thank you for this opportunity. We will have a bus station here. In addition to parking, we will have over 200 trees, 6,000 plants. So basically, we are transforming a parking lot into a parking garden where your nature adventure begins. You'll follow a magic tunnel right up here to the UTRGV Center for Urban Ecology. The building features a UTRGV science lab designed specifically for the children to interact with the professors and students at UTRGV. Next, children of all ages will be overwhelmed with a 5-acre children adventure garden to my right that fronts 10th Street. It features a Rio Walk sponsored by McAllen Public Utility, and it's going to tell the important story of the Rio Grande River that starts in the headwaters of Colorado, travels all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, symbolized by a mist garden. The garden also features an outdoor amphitheater for educational and cultural events, and this was sponsored by Vantage Bank and the Cook and Collins Family Foundations. We are most appreciative of all the local and state corporate donors investing in education for our children. In the Adventure Garden, there are going to be 10 attractions. One of them is an HEB Health and Wellness Pavilion with an outdoor cooking kitchen, a leadership low ropes course for youth and businesses alike, an ethno-botanical garden, a sensory garden, and a whole lot more fun. So continuing with our tour, to my left is the Palm Room that's going to overlook a magnificent wetlands. It's going to be one of the beautiful places in the valley to hold a conference, a class, or a celebratory event. So book now. And above the queue is what we are calling the rooftop lounge. So you can only imagine what's going to go up on the rooftop lounge. And it's going to be one of the prettiest places in South Texas for a valley sunset view. The skywalk, which is going to connect on our left-hand side to the rooftop lounge, is both a literal and symbolic meaning of a bridge connecting Old Quinta to New Quinta, where one inspired the other. And speaking of bridging old to new, we could not do this project without the support of Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. They were here from the very beginning when we became a World Birding Center site, and now to the present expansion of the Center for Urban Ecology. And so in closing our tour, I just want to thank everyone for working so hard to assure the success of this project. And watch out for a special invitation for a grand opening of the Center for Urban Ecology in partnership with the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley in the spring of 2026. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to all the speakers. We're gonna, these final comments, if you have not signed the steel member, there's still time, go ahead and sign it. For all the workers, once you are done, we do have a small gift for everyone. It's gonna be a table right over there. Amanda will give you one. And there's still time to mingle, to hang around if you like. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the lifting of the tree. If photographers want to get into place, and we'll go ahead and start that, and that will be the end of this celebration. Thank you.